subsystems work together, and culture is most powerful. Yeah. Point 1, if you skip point 1, yeah, this point 2 will connect to what we came earlier, saying that culture is most important. Yeah. What is the culture that Parsons was thinking of? Culture in America called meritocracy. If you write that one paragraph, yes, one paragraph, to Parsons' value is most important. I have to actually go through how to write the essay one more time, because you have to establish a good topic sentence. Yeah? And this paragraph is going to be about values, about culture. Don't write about structure, don't write about function. It's got to be focused on nonsense values. Yeah? So if you write that, okay, to Parsons, for people, I don't know, it depends on the question again, but this paragraph is going to write about culture, right? You can say, okay, culture is most important, because Parsons said there are many parts, however, these parts are not ranked equally. Some parts are more important than other parts. The parts that give information is ranked most highly in this cybernetic hierarchy. Yeah? And this part that ranked the highest is cultural system. Yeah? Because cultural system provides information to the other subsystems. And through Parsons, the cultural system he had in mind is American system. Yeah? And then you continue writing. Because this one is not good because it breaks the two. But this one is the idea of this one, meritocracy and consensus, how consensus being created. Yeah. But if you want to write this into culture, then you continue here. Most important values is meritocracy. It is about the value in America that say who work hard, who get it, Let's say it doesn't matter who, your social background doesn't matter whether you're black or you're white, or come from the low class family or high class family, doesn't matter. Everybody is equal. Yeah? They believe the system is fair. Give equality of opportunity. Yeah? That's why people flock into America, because it doesn't matter, whether I'm Hispanic or what kind of races I am. I could rise. I could be, last time maybe I was just movie star, and now I could be the governor of California last time we were there, Arnold Schwarzenegger. It doesn't matter. You could be very poor. Yeah, Obama last time also nobody, isn't it? Yeah, and his dad was. He was grew up in Hawaii, being raised by his grandmother, that kind of thing. So he was nobody. That is the idea of meritocracy, the rule of merit. Yeah, achievement is most important, not ascription. You know the idea of achievement? Yeah, if you try hard, you make it. Ascription is what you're born with. So ascription is not important in modern society. He said the value of achievement and the rule of merit. That is the value of American. Right? Education is important, right? Instill value of achievement, equality of opportunity. Yeah? So education is very important to you. Later in the DVD, they will show you how Parsons would analyze education. Yeah? And you listen, education system is fair. It gives us fair chance. Yeah? It instills the values of equality and achievement. And also, you hear this as well. Education allots people into positions appropriate to their skill. And that will come under Davis and Hall after this. Education, you come to school. Doesn't matter what races, what income and everything you come. You come here, you are exposed to the same thing. You can forget all the other things that you come with. You come here, if you work hard, yeah, you could get distinction. Yeah? Even if you come from a rich family, you have a lot of resources, you don't work, you may drop out. You get high mark, you go out. When people come and recruit, probably you get better job. Yeah? If you get just 50, mid average, you go out, work just average job because better job taken by those people who get distinction. You drop out, you think you're going to be another Bill Gates or who else drop out? Everybody drop out, yeah? Other guys. Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, who else? The Facebook guys will drop out. Zuckerberg also drop out. Another one that is going to be listed soon, the Twitter. That guy, the whole group also drop out of school. 4 of them should drop out. I'm not putting any ideas in your head, okay? I'm not. But it's right, don't know why people who drop out of school do more children. Why? Why? I think it's self-selected. They may be bored in school. I'm bored in school. I think you are all bored. Well, but not many of them become as successful. Normally, schools slot people into position later on. So, school is something that this perspective really focus on the kind of also that, the kind of really into education. Yeah? And the kind of actually established a lot of colleges and schools and all that, and Parsons continue with that. Okay, we're going to look at the idea of education from the DVD. After that, moving equilibrium, I haven't finished yet. How many more items I have? Okay, let's just finish the equilibrium. So, okay, this part here is about social change, right? Question 3. You write that down. Social change. And as I told you about the time that I did the time, this syllabus not enough on social change, Not enough. Last time before this one, they had one big section on social change when they don't have globalization. Yeah? And that was, I don't know how many years ago, 5, 6 years ago, when they started globalization. Yeah? But then, when they did globalization, they didn't take away social change altogether. Yeah? Because they say globalization is social change. So that's why they say, each perspective, you need to know a little bit of social change. To me, it's not fair to ask you this question. To me, it's not fair to ask you to write about social change when the subject guide isn't really happy now. Yeah? But you know what? In life, don't expect fairness. There is no such thing. No fairness. Yeah? So therefore, there could be question on social change, and I've seen it before. Yeah? Last week when I told you about the Kanya, I told you social change. There are only 2 things you can write. What changed to what, yeah? What changed to what? And what made it change, and I talk about structural differentiation or evolution. Evolution, how it goes slowly. Yeah? This one here, also saying, not enough. Not enough. Yeah, if you are really have to force to do it, you don't get the high mark, that's what I mean. You can still do it. Yeah? You have to go back and read. Actually, social change is a huge issue. Yeah? Our society change, huge issue. So, I hope you don't have to do that. Okay. If you really have to write about social change, write about what you know about the country, because here you don't have it. So really, in your subject guide, just one little thing on social change. Yeah? Okay, one thing you want to recognize is this. Just the words. Yeah? If you really have to write about social change, right? You start with evolution. Evolution, yeah? No? How part, like single organism, differentiate and become complex. Starting with Spencer, and you can write the kind there, same idea. Parsons, same idea too. And then you're going to just write everything about the kind. But take away the idea of mechanic solidarity, organic kernel, because that is not Parsons' concept. You're going to bring in these 2 words. Exogenous change, endogenous change. Yeah, in this. As society. As any organism evolves, evolution of species, right? Single cell become complex organism. Something has to disturb it, so that it has to do something about it. It has to differentiate itself. There must be some disturbance, something that makes this organism necessary to adapt. Yeah, social organism or just biological organism, we're saying the same thing. Yeah, because society exists like organism. Remember that. So Parsons said the reason why cells, organisms have to adapt and differentiate. The reason they come from the outside, from the inside, he called endogenous. Or the outside, he called exogenous. Yeah, you just want to write about these two facets. That will add on to whatever you know about Spencer. Nuclear, small, become big, split, differentiate. The cause of this can be inside, can be outside. Yeah? SIM may create more departments. May create more arms. May create. It actually has created one big department and growing department called International Department, which will try to get students from overseas to come study in Singapore. Yeah, and set up SIM in other countries. They are talking about doing this in Yangon. They are setting up SIM overseas. Why? They will have to differentiate, yeah, and create more organs. It may come from the inside. It may come from the need of the inside. They feel that they don't have enough money, or they want to have more. Or these are the things that are generated from the inside. Yeah? Or they see that because there are so many students from overseas, they see what's happening inside. Or it may be the threat that comes from outside because competitors start doing it. We also have to do it. So the need for SIM to differentiate even more, to create more parts, more organs, and what these organs are going to be depends on the need inside, or the things that is generated inside. Maybe just that it comes from the idea of CEO. So the things that change from the inside. Or it may come from the competitors outside. Inside, called endogenous, outside, exogenous. Yeah? Specialization, just write division of labor. This is exactly like division of labor of Durkheim. Yeah, so we don't have to go through those. It's similar to Durkheim division of labor. So if you understand Durkheim division of labor, you will know this part. Oh, we don't even have time to do this activity yet. Okay, let's have a 15-minute break and then we'll come back to do this activity.